Good morning. So it's just a lovely Sunday morning. I'm making this video for you guys that don't realize that when it comes to vehicles, cars, why do you think it's a normal or good thing or even a intelligent thing to be asking people questions on social media? It's not doable. No, you might be doing that shit on Facebook. It's the reason why you're sitting here asking dumb questions right now. I'm gonna call it what it is, right? If you're asking a mechanic or a specialist on social media, you're asking him questions about car repairs, you're doing a stupid thing, right? And if the person on the other side of the phone, someone like me, answers that question, he's even a stupider idiot for answering that question without a vehicle inspection, confirming or denying when they find something. That is how this works. It's like you going to a doctor. You can't phone a doctor and tell him what the symptoms are over the phone. You have to go in so the man can inspect you. The same goes for us. And for the stupid idiot that's going to say I'm comparing myself to a doctor, I don't give a fuck. Bro, I'm on social media fucking long. I'm older than Google. I am older than Facebook. I am older than YouTube. Right? I've posted here. I became famous on TikTok, right? And I'm full of TikTok because TikTok refuses to pay us as content creators. They don't give a fuck about Africa as a continent. They do not consider us a feasible country to be making money off, but they make trillions off of us as content creators. Therefore, it's just ads for us lately. Yeah, I've hit 1.8 billion views on that one. Yeah, voted one of South Africa's most honest mechanics for 2022. That's via Google. As you can see, I've made a footprint. I don't need to prove myself to no one. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. It doesn't matter to me. I've been there, I've done that. I'm basically showing you what I find. This is not a questions and answers type of platform, right? I show you what I want to show you. Put it to you like that. And I'm not the type of content creator that jumps through hoops for the other people on the other side of the phone, right? So let's get that part out of the way one time. I don't jump when you speak. Yeah, bong? So, what was the purpose of this little video? Questions and answers cannot happen on a social media platform without the inspection. That is what I call the pinnacle of stupidity. Book an appointment, go and see the man, so he can definitely answer you. Otherwise, what can he do for you? He's taking a guess when he doesn't even know what you've done to the vehicle, what must be done on the vehicle, and what, Jesus. I specialize in colossal fuck-ups that other mechanics done. So, what do you think my answer is going to be? When 94% of my work is people driving into my workshop telling me I've been by 10 mechanics and they can't sort it out. The guy of yesterday, he pulled up at my workshop. He could say I'm not busy anymore, or my clients has left. And he's like, yeah, but I said, bro, if we're going to talk about your car, I'm going to bill you for fucking 3 hours, right? But I don't do what we're doing right now. Pull your car in, pay the assessment cost, and I can give you answers. If I don't fix the vehicle, don't pay me. That's simple. Yeah, bro? That's the level of confidence I have in myself. I don't give a fuck about other people's opinion or what they think is wrong in the car. No. I go in accordance to what I can find as an investigator. Right? I am a very proud, non-registered, not qualified, over 22 years of experience mechanic that specializes strictly in these old school fuel injection Opels. Corsa B, Corsa C, Astra G, Astra H, OPCs, Superbosses, all of those ranges, all of the old spec OPCs. Anything over 2000, under 2016 is what I specialize in. All of them. Right? There isn't a vehicle in that range I haven't worked on. I've even worked on the 1200, which is a push-rise engine, right? Which a lot of you don't even know about. In South Africa, it's not a common engine. Some of the old school guys that has brought in these cars, that has owned it for over 45 years, those guys know what engine I'm talking about. Carbureted engine. So at the end of the day, what you think is happening with the questions and my cars or the fueling, what you think the problem is, you. You need to take your car to a competent mechanic, the man you don't want to go see. Go see the man. Yeah, in my line of work, it's the same setup, right? Mechanics make stupid mistakes. And when I say stupid, the one thing they're supposed to run to first, they run to last. So they've scratched half the car fucked. I go there first, find that problem, and then have to rectify all the stupid shit they've done along the way to come to that diagnosis which they didn't even diagnose properly. That is why I say I specialize in fuck-ups. I can't say I specialize in Opels, because you have gone elsewhere and now you're coming to do corrective repairs by me. That is basically most of my work. That is why I work 2 to 3 hours on a car, then it's done. Next one, 45 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. The dumb mistakes. Some of the people in the industry say they are mechanics. I have moved away from the title of mechanic because of the stupid shit they do. Right? I don't even want to be labeled as a mechanic anymore because of the dumb shit they do. Right? So you're going to recognize me as a fucking specialist. If you don't want to, that's your fucking problem. I don't care. Right? Because I do work for the agents. I do work for major companies here in South Africa. They even ship their shit from Joburg on a truck till by me. And then the same day I tell them, come fetch your shit. Which tells me I'm not on your level. No, I'm not praising myself. I am a person that's very hyperly, overly focused on what he does. Right? I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to sleep until I've solved that fucking problem. That's just how my brain works. So unfortunately, being focused on something is something that I can't help about. It happens. It's how it is. Right? ADHD people is overly focused when it comes to fixing something. They get fixated on the fucking thing, which is a problem. But at the end of the day, that is what keeps my business where it is and as efficient as it is, because I encounter the same stupid things on a daily. I can call it stupid because in my mind it's very stupid things I do. Yesterday's vehicle was, everything is where it's supposed to be, but not right. Now, to people that understand the industry, you will know what that means. Meaning the timing is correct, but it's not tight enough. Because you are going in accordance to where the timing was lost. You tend to forget these models, Astra F, even the Corsa C. The water pump is the tensioner. So stop locking the bloody thing before you've done the tensioner. I lock it because I know where it's supposed to lay, based on the brand things I'm using. Based on the thickness of the head, I can determine, based on doing this that long, where the tensioner should lay. And that is what I did yesterday in front of that customer. He's like, but how can you see? It's because I can see on the belt. Do you see these big hands? If I'm able to pull the belts together with just my hands, it's not tight enough. Meaning if I grip both sides of the belt, this one and that one, and I pull, and it moves that much, you've not done your job right. You're supposed to tension the belt tight. So the mechanics that's not tightening your belt correctly is destroying your crank. They are the reason why your gears are stripping out. They are the reason why your crank pickup keeps snapping off. They are the reason why your cams are snapping in half. Ja, bang? So stop blaming others. Take responsibility as a car owner to say that I have made a calculated decision to use a fuck up to fix a fuck up, which is not fixed. Ja, bang? I know people don't like me. I keep it that way. If you don't like me, you're not going to ask me for anything. You see the logic behind my brain? Yeah, if you don't like me, you're not going to ask me for jack shit. You're going to leave me the fuck alone. I don't do freebies and I don't do favors. I don't have friends anymore. There's a good reason for that. They only use you until they got what they want, and then they don't give a shit about you. So at the end of the day, I'm not looking for friends. I don't need them. Don't. I haven't needed them for fucking years. I don't need them now. If you have car problems, take car to mechanic. If you can't be there, send car to mechanic. You're not the patient. The patient is someone else. You're just flipping the bill. Send patient to mechanic if you can't be there. There's nothing that pisses me off more when I tell people, I can give you a Monday slot at 11 o'clock. Yeah, but I'm working. How's that my problem? I'm giving you the gap I got. You don't want to take the slot? That's your problem, right? The car's not really driving. So you can still go to work, ask a cousin and a friend to tow the thing to that mechanic, right? So you're using the logic of that mechanic must now make your problem his problem. No. I don't do call-outs. There's a reason for that. I invested thousands upon thousands of rands on tools that can make my job easier. That stays in my workshop. I don't drive a bakkie or a work truck. This is a car. So I don't abuse my shit for others that don't appreciate it or do not even want to cover that bill. You can, you don't want to. Right? So therefore, I don't do no favors for nobody anymore. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to dump my knowledge on social media. So that when I'm dead, I've left a legacy that doesn't help one or two. It helps billions or millions. Yeah, well? Yeah, it's fine. You can say, but I think this guy's fine. Let your brain be that minute and not work at being a better person in your own life, right? That's a you problem, not a me. Click the like, subscribe. There's a paid section now for people that want to be part of the live streams, meaning I'll do live assessments so that you can have a little bit of insight of what's going on in this empty noggin of mine, right? Then you have an idea of how I handle my assessments. I don't go in accordance to General Motors shit. I have my own methods of doing this. Yeah, I'm in the industry long. So if you can develop your own ways of doing this more efficiently, you want to share it, you share it. Right? Don't keep shit to yourself. You're going to die with the knowledge. Who's going to get that after you? No one. I'm also writing a couple of books, a couple of workshop log, basically my findings on vehicles. Video form is already on social media. And then the workshop logs will go in a, what we call an OPELMAN manual on how to diagnose these vehicles. Remember, you think they're all the same. They're not. They might show you the same symptoms, but... An overfueling issue can mean a lot of things on these vehicles. A lack of power can mean a lot of things on these vehicles. So therefore, it's the importance of breaking down each individual vehicle and their problems, so that you can overlap 2-3 cars as papers and assess it from that. This is how I learned my knowledge, from reading on forms. I'm an illiterate motherfucker. I had to take a very long time to read it. So you have no excuse to say that, yeah, but I don't really read. That means you have made a choice not to want to educate yourself. That's not a me problem. right? You've blatantly straight out just said, I don't give a fuck. So, this is the life that you chose. This is the life that you leading. I cannot tell people what to do, right? Therefore, I don't want people to tell me what I have to do or must do. I don't care. I do what I do, and I share what I want to share. So, at least now you have a little insight into who I am, because you didn't take the time to Google me and find out, oh, that was long on social media. Yes, I'm full of shit, and yes, I get to the point. I'm not here to be your friend. It's a business transaction, so treat it as that. I don't like people that sneaky and come out with stories and shit. It tells me you up to shit. So remember, I grew up poor, right? So any fucking broken story you think you can tell me, I've read through that shit long time ago. I might look like I'm not taking note. Far from that, bruh. I'm fucking reading because I don't know you. Right? This is life. Subscribe, follow. The subscription is finished. It's free. Right? It's a part of the live streams, nah? And questions and answers part that we are gonna get to eventually. But there will be a vehicle there, so that if you ask a question, I can then show in demonstration and not do a questions and answers thing, because it's not doable as a technician or a mechanic or engineer or somebody that knows what he's doing on these things, right? You would need to be physically either there, or we should have a test platform to basically show you what the vehicle's doing and then fix it, do the explanation as well, right? So that is where this platform is going, but it's got to grow first before it gets there, right? Once I hit 5,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube, I will start doing actual live demonstrations, meaning I set up phone 9 o'clock in the morning, it's plugged into a charger, and each vehicle that rolls in, I will do the assessment as it comes, meaning the discussion with the client, everything in detail in front of you. Full disclosure, right? So you can have an understanding of how I do business, because remember, I don't know you. I can't see you. A lot of the times, use are private accounts that think you have power. I block your ass out of fucking existence because you don't have the balls to put your name and your face there. Why do you think I'm going to take the time to give you the time of day into listening to whatever bullshit you sucked out of your ass? No. I don't operate like that. I will read your message and fucking ignore you like you don't exist. I don't have patience for stupidity, I'm sorry. And I can read and see when you are stupid or when you are playing stupid. I used to be in the politics game as well here in South Africa. So I've been through billions of fucking comments over this few years. Yeah. The meanest shit South Africans can throw at you. The meanest shit. So, good luck with what you're trying. And don't forget, subscribe. Yes, I have my own merch. As someone that's not even famous on this platform, I have my own t-shirts, mugs. I have fucking all range of everything. Right? So if you want to support the channel, those things are going towards creating content, buying better equipment for filming, mics, phone stands or camera stands, so that you can have a better engagement, because this shit shouldn't come out of my pocket. I spent years investing money on the best smartphones in the world so that my social media platform could look up there. But at the end of the day, that social media platforms is not paying us back. So we're investing into something that's not feasible. That should be called stupidity. You got to invest in yourself to then make a profit or be able to better your business or your platform for better engagement, so that the platform actually sorts you out. But yeah, we got to do things feasible. So if you want to be part of the merch store, I'll set it up. There's nothing is set up yet. I'll set it up and then you can support the channel by doing so. Even the subscription part of the live streams. That will support the channel, which then will give you better content. But yeah, I'm not going to take money out of my pocket for people that don't appreciate it at the end of the day. If you're showing support, it means you're appreciating what I'm doing. And my knowledge is being used for feasible things and not being taken as a joke. If your life's a joke, that's your problem. But I don't take life as a joke, considering how fucking expensive the world is out here. That's way too expensive to be taking everything as a joke. People in South Africa treat December as one large holiday. I look at it as a business opportunity. Because why celebrate something when you haven't achieved what you're supposed to achieve for the entire year? But you think, business-minded, where others are just whatever. Life's too short and too expensive for that shit. Like, subscribe, leave comments, don't ask questions. I can't answer them. Without inspecting, I'm not going to answer them.